Reminder on the flyby day, just to get us all right back in that mindset. The two of you are probably more in that mindset, just having done it a couple days ago. You'll have 30 minutes, all four of you at the same time before this.
Aware that you go into that area, you need the hard hat and safety goggles. General reminders for the mock-up itself.
That's one way to do it.
Okay.
Or you could just point, you have to focus on something, but block the focus, just point it in space. You're blocking it that way. If that's how you're looking at how to separate sections of photos, because the moon is going to be about 250 times brighter.
Okay. Cool. Got it.
And they almost all said
So maybe zooming out in the center. Like if you're going from, if you're going from Oriental, then you can make it.
I think there's a lot of ways we can just take CDH, like
easier
for them to only go to one. He's here for that reason.
Yeah,
It doesn't sound like we have time to have that real conversation.
No, but
I don't know. I guess we don't have PTT now. I can PTT I'm trying to remember how to do it.
Sure. Yeah. Let's keep our PCDs. I think practice.
Yeah, the preference. I'm happy to get started. Voice record. Finding the 10 is going to be all. That's why
He even experimented.
That's why
Wasn't-
faster than scanning the
And
car.
yeah,
Is this USB old school? Because this doesn't seem like this.
everything's a give and take. It depends how important are those 10 photos, because that's really how the Artemis timeline is set up right now.
The hardware in Orion, and demonstrate understanding of where the hardware is, how you want to manage it, demonstrate imaging skills off of your targeting plan. Christina, Jeremy, and Dre on Friday that there's some desire to restructure that post 3 hour time frame, which is great. So I know Jackie, you guys awesome. And you can play around with all of those today. Should be able to get in there for all 26. Okay, next turn.
For the post processing. And that was one of the changes.
All that stuff. Okay.
Yeah, there's no cards, we think, to do that.
Well, plus one in your plan. I think if you could end up doing that, they could pull earlier than we expected. So that would just maximize our chances of getting.
And then we'll have to understand check the batteries installed, check the flash cards installed.
Then focusing in and taking your pictures. Read it right now. That's okay, we found it.
The volcanism though, just more like an extrusive like
Oh, that's
sludge
No, that's volcanism. Oh,
Okay.
it is. It's lavas that were generated in the mantle
that have made
were
their way
able
to the surface.
made their way to the surface.
Okay.
You always get that off window.
I'm also thinking I'm going to give block codes in case my cardinal directions have accidentally flipped.
Yeah. So we were just configuring this, turning off the password, turning less than push the button, so anyone in the community and then regardless of all of those sides. So this is the
That is on the southern side before it really along the rim of
$1,008, $132,000.
It's pretty far.
I will say before we start that when we initially started thinking about this training activity, we had thought we'd see you guys in flyby sims to your timeline before flight day 6 to like configure the cabin how you want it. And it's flight day 2 here, but literally today I found out I got moved to flight day 3. And then the priorities after that are audio files, lunar images, and your OneNote, which we have created for you after. Okay, so for today, Lunar Flyby. We're doing block 1, 20 minutes, then 40 minutes, then 20 minutes. We'll send you reminders through Jenny. I'll be her science officer sitting at what's expected for the science sit rep as well as a reference. So I think you guys could provide me like a little bit more detailed feedback on what it looks like, and then
That is also nice if you need to see the buttons. Unfortunately, it doesn't write up the ISO button, which is what you're probably going to want to use on the internal camera.
as you go down.
If I were going, I just want to read this back. If I were going north and south,
You do not need to run that procedure.
Okay, then help me out. We were handed these packets of paper in the briefing.
My SD cards are signed per individual. MCC knows which crew is switching using each SD card. So presumably I would be like, cool, I'm 1027. Since we have a pretty good idea where we're going to take a little time for this answer, we could just do what we think. And that's not a massively high ISO, so
Copy. All targets so far are going well, and using your hardware receipt.
Yeah, we should just, if that's important, I think that we should add it with cabin config. Like, which crew member has a cabin? You said body position, the pairs are in, but like specifically